Hi,
Hi,
Rachel. How are you?
Ryan.
We
Doing
like the
good.
Mary Sue.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Um,
you've been
to,
very kind to us.
Thank you. To start, I call these my serial killer glasses, so I thought
Cool.
I have
Yeah, I know. I was
Fantastic.
feeling like I needed to keep my distance,
You
but it's
just,
a
you just
camera,
need
so
yellow lenses.
yeah, I just need the yellow
we're
ones.
safe.
Yeah.
But when you are, especially for you, JT, when you are making a movie like this, that a lot of people have their preconceived notions and ideas about what a serial killer movie is. How do you kind of upend that and make audiences go on this journey like fresh and not trying to figure out what's going on along the way?
Um, I'm not sure how I do it, but I know that I'm not interested in working in a specific genre, especially a genre that has been done so well so many times. I'm not interested in working in that space unless there's a sort of different angle. It's I've always said like I can't imagine ever making a mob movie because Goodfellas is sitting right there, you know.
Mhm.
So with these kind of movies, it's like you've seen Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer and Silence of the Lambs and then leading into how the movie opens, Toby Hooper films like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And the only reason this excited me when I didn't like set out to create a different angle for a serial killer movie. In fact, the movie started out with this image of this archetypal final girl running through the woods, and I was like, what more is there to her story? And as the story came to me in that order, I said, wow, this is technically a serial killer movie, and it's a little different. So it attracted me. That there's always multiple ideas coming at the same time, and when this idea fully formed, it just attracted me because I felt like, wow, this is a to me at least, it was a different way in to the genre, and that's the only space I'm interested in working in.
Again, Giovanni, you've done a lot of stuff in your career, and like when you're looking at something from a producer side of things and you're kind of inspired by something, what is it about something like Strange Darling that really kind of gets you excited and makes you want to do this movie?
Well, I think for me, it's hard to answer that because I don't really have a criteria other than something that feels original, and this was when I first read the script. It was like nothing I had ever read. It was an 83-page document that well, I put it down in 15 minutes. I was calling him, basically begging to be involved in it, and uh, I think that became the foundation for our creative process, even so much to where it was almost we were almost reactionary. We were almost in making our decisions about the color palette and the format for what we'd be shooting, anamorphic or spherical, or everything. It was kind of like, well, what can we do that's wrong that people aren't doing on the sort of beaten path? And this was something that I filmmaking for a lot of people is a career, and it's something that is a livelihood. And though it is that for us, I think we just wanted to take chances. I don't know what was in the coffee, but there was something, and so we were just trying to be radical, really, I think.
Yeah, I mean, constantly setting out to defy conventions, and to sort of make a punk rock movie in a sense, like just always be going against what is subverting expectations, surprising. I mean, everything, doing things that are cinematic but maybe aren't as accepted right now. The smoking, even in the movie, is an act of defiance in a way by the characters and by the filmmaker. There's everything in the movie represents some sort of act of defiance and subversion. And,
Mhm.
uh, and that was sort of the artistic exercise. We just thought it
Yeah.
was interesting.
As much as, and you try to do something like that, and you start getting into making the movie, and everybody involved, not everybody, but a lot of people involved will try to convince you otherwise, and I think it was a testament to what when I saw the after the dust had settled and JT went into the edit with his editor Chris Bell. I saw the first cut, and it was just I just felt like it was radical. Like we had started here, we had gone all over the universe and come back to something that was more or less the original intention. And so yeah.
Somebody saw some dailies at the very beginning, and the advice
Yeah.
I give to any young filmmaker is shoot your, chase sequences first, because there are lots of people watching dailies, lots of people who liked them, but there was one person I think who called us and said, I thought you were shooting a horror film. This looks like Pee-wee's Playhouse. Like there's people in pajamas cooking breakfast, and it's colorful, and there's flowers. What are you doing? And and but they'd only seen one piece, of
It was
this
just the
larger
first day,
tapestry.
yeah.
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 And that was the approach, like just going against what you're used to. Even in Oregon, you watch Oregon movies and everything's dreary and drizzly and gray. And we wanted to find the 2 months where there was a lot of sun and we could shoot on, 50D and 250D film
Yeah.
outside with lots
Daylight
of light.
stocks, yeah.
Yeah. And anyway, and make it colorful and saturated and beautiful. Blood on the flower bed is what we talked about a lot. That was like the first line of that was our mission statement at the beginning, and it bled into the production designer's work and the costume designer's work, Rudy Rojas and everybody. It was really great.
Yeah, can I say one more thing? There's so much content nowadays. I mean, it's just like this endless thing that feels like people are buying by the yard, really. And from that, when you find something fresh, it's just it becomes almost so valuable, and so truly, whether you like it or not, it'll be something you've never seen.
And I can't wait for everyone to get to see it so we can all talk about it. But thank you guys so much for talking with me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for talking with us.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.